Hey everybody. Once again, I have an entry in my Return to Reading series in which I talk about some of my favorite books. And kind of like the last video, this video is being filmed from inside a teepee on Manitoulin Island. It's a fairly luxurious teepee. I've got a four-post bed here, an air conditioner, internet, and like USB jack, so I'm fine. Yeah, there's the shower and bathroom are 100 meters away, but otherwise I'm in a traditional teepee, which is quite lovely. I'm trying to be quiet because there are other teepees on this grounds and I don't want to wake people. So anyway, the book I want to talk to you about today is The Songs of Distant Earth by Arthur C. Clarke, a science fiction classic and my favorite of Clarke's books, of his many books that I've read. Of course, he's a science fiction grandmaster, a remarkably creative mind. In general, I don't enjoy his writing. I find it a bit too straightforward, and he doesn't spend a lot of time on characters and things like that. But with this book, he really outdoes himself. And I understand that the background of the book is that he was bristling from some of the criticisms that he had received about not having sufficient character development in many of his books. And this time he decided to take the time to do so. So I won't give away too much of the plot, but the essence of the story is at some point in the future, we as in humanity, decide to colonize other planets robotically. So we send out a fleet of robot ships containing samples of human biological content, and these robots find various planets around the galaxy and seed them with the beginnings of human life. And, this takes place over hundreds of years. At some point in the distant future, after that, humanity faces a crisis. The sun is dying prematurely, and the earth, of course, is going to die with it. And humans figure out, well, we're doomed, we're done. But we decide to put together one last spaceship, this time to put humans on and to send them out into the galaxy and to found a new earth. And of course, only a couple hundred humans can go, and the rest are left behind to die. The mosquito just went by. Oh, go away, mosquitoes. This could be a problem tonight. So, at some point in the voyage of this last spaceship containing the last humans, they make a stop on one of these planets that the robots had colonized with human tissue. And they end up meeting, the descendants of the original colonized material. Now, this, in a lesser practiced hand, would be a story of conflict. But the wonderful thing about this story, for me anyway, is that it's not about conflict. There are some bristling cultural differences between the humans that leave Earth and the humans that they meet on these planets. And by the way, the ship is not planning to stay, it's planning to go on and form a colony, light years away, whatever distance it is. It's about the meeting of these two groups of people. It's lovely. What I really remember well from the book, which I read decades ago, is the description of the last days of the Earth. And Clarke describes the big party that is held as the Earth dies, and the people call themselves the lords of the last days, and the celebrations are epic. Clarke also spends a lot of time describing what is preserved, and how a lot of debate, the last days of Earth, went into what do we put on this spaceship? What do we keep? What do we preserve of human civilization? And Clarke spends about a chapter describing this process. What he decides is that nothing coming from religion is worth keeping. Clearly, he is editorializing here. And he allows that, of course, some of the great works of art historically have been inspired by religion, but he argues that the price is too high, that if we preserve this virus of the human mind, this thing called religion that he abhors so much, then that would lead to the downfall of the second human civilization. So I don't want to ruin what happens in the book. It's a worthwhile read. It's a pleasant, pleasant book. It left me feeling optimistic, and a bit, a bit of wanderlust, hoping for that future where the galaxy is populated by people of a variety of types. So, Songs of Distant Earth, lovely title. I recommend it.